Yo, memamo akwa basronko so bio de aba POG Media so mesre sesa afei na se waba dwumadie no so aba subscribe but like dwumadie no share na ma afoforo en so ensanka be kindly click on the notification bell no so se na be ya the any news bi ato platform no so awon so wo hunu die airco and die airba dwumadie no ye to aso no ye bo e de awura eye ato forcing eya so ye na opiemu e UTV ekokoye a hot interview na ye the full interview ni nyina airborne jibrenity osa cheche mu the budget NPP for boni a omadi ene ho nkro ne ba den sam dodo na ye dey etu dwayenko na yenkonkuti
anyway anopɛ da wase no wo mbre papa yem so mre so na so why say wo ne obedi nkomo na Ghana fo hu de wo de tudwa na wotwi ya mu yi busum nso ni a mo ba ba mu na mo ba no mesi kasam te sei yenim se na mo chesese dan kose de se ko ti mo ba ma yen sakra bi ni nyama ko bi busum nso ni si yesi bu ho akonta kakra fa kire yen a ye Ghana fo na asema na be kan da fa economy no
eja
yes sir
the kind of chia Ghana for
rom josu
chia me constituents or ye dwuma ko nya ne siam for na kakra me peda me kan de ya me na domara kwa baby a ye fi na baby ye bodu oma hen enyi daso oma hen hope to the extent to the hen na enyi me the baby a Ghana ro kono o nya me na doma obeye abenta mo kadam time President Mahama Ghana for ya Akroma obeye Ghana mampanyin ye ba benemen ena nzama no kwarum onkoye ena hoche wa dos wo manemu sebe nyama no bu bebia no onenam yensi di na hoden wa Akuffo me ckėd those days na President Akuffo Addo cancel because si di na ya hata ena onu na chiri no ehuna wodi won sika akoto bank wada akoto aban bonds what's one more bibi of friend haircut sika sam onkodo ahochel na doso dodo but lo and behold President Mahama ba be Ghana mampanyin yi ni mpanyimfo ya start adwuma nkakra busumesia ne nature in less than 200 days. In fact, you can 200 days for that. You in Sakra a start or a bar. Mintuman can in Janhaman can the BBRA ye. And Bobdama can you there? Baby a Ghana rokon here na ya wo akumatoyem de Nyameya Doma in Zamabutuma Samahin. I've been to Macadam. Ghana cedi in Bribi Bessinia, na yet on 17 cedis to $1. And the menu can once a min. El Cornell Quacoto cedi Benyan 10.4. In Bribi Bayer in a British pound sterling. So Quacoto pound cra £1 Benyan 21. And the Yamana Domara, the Quabank de Quacoto pounder, Benyan 14. The means I may be any no one here bebre or money bearum. Or Sunday, a hona woods gua, Pocofanzama wadaba. Say, young Ghana sidin now holds an Akuffo. One tomb or coffer bar, or either one boroso or cosor, into a man's amanso, no book cosor. And then Sanchin ye also a copper as a coffer at the bottom. Say, currency no holds no. Sir Akuffo and Shini Yaboko Bio never banana Wusikatana the fine Zaman so wash you. In Tinzama or there funny before no into a funny view. Eja the man zinc kakanka crowd the man or man Zamanobo by yet ten war manimo. Sisiam Yoka say President Mahama na brodo them Sikaya Sidina and no ho now holding Akuffo sitting way pager mana holding Wabaso. Dem sasunti wa man zaman so a na no boye den bebre no wa san so orebafom muni anom okodu baby no na inflation oni nyama na no bo okoso no ansa na President Mahama ba abanim ne nam 23.8 sisi amenyo kase ye wo 13.7 nyame ya adoma obokofo mbio na mo enyusum de oye budget na we could read on behalf of the president da ye kan de nyame ya adoma oye inflation obaba form 2 11.9%. I believe that wachara the fourth quarter inflation obodu baby yen target na yes setting no na yame ya doma obotu mpo akwasenga de geta me ono nature nti because of them zaman nti kani na boma o ma sika na ekwa bank na kwa lending rate na wa start do roba form
okay
me wenyi some de into wa ma fi nko na wie no na lending rating wababa 20%.
She said that saying.
I think it's currently about 20. It moved from I think it's about 27%.
27.
We took over at the time we took over. The reference rate was 30.3. Now it has come to 27%, and we believe that nyame ya adom na nzama yero to 2 year na yetum do 2 year ya into December no, and we tum waba about 20%.
See, eti said ya wo twamfoni ni kira ye na say anida so bi wo yanim say de nyama ekune kwa ne saa nyama be sesam ye ho atumi ahenhan ye ya hwe media nsama wo kan ye nyine beba mu ansa ye beba mu later media budget review de ba ye no nyama hodo ben ne wo mu a wugidi se esese ganafo e de wo madwene koso ai betumi aboa ama all the sectors no obi abetumi anya aresim bi se de wo kan generalize se nyama betumi akoyie no all the sectors ni be hu say aha we kwa hanti betumi aye we say aha we kwa aha we kwa betumi summarize na my kakaka
okay eja odzikan peda makade shwamani ayetimi from the time President Mahama will take you office up till now this is about education sector and can better in the free secondary education or friend free CHC then the words banning ye in the ones once it can call na chance where your press release and better in the one a feeding no won to uncle for big cow it's banning ye them and the etda masam biwa dabi better in the capitation grant sikanon ko and the better in the bibin kodo education sector lucky enough onam sika ye twa ato honti one education sector no asumdria or friend asumdri waba sector no ye wonyi some de nzama ye da tutu ye ina no obama sector no wakodo we gina ne nando na yen school mo from wo ko school a wonye dibane ndi na wetum wonye dibane papa we di na free SHS nso wetum ya hyem kana mo wetum we gina forever me ka de answer na ye ba boto aban ye nuanu NPP fu ne bi na won nam oh President Mahama obeye Ghana mampanyin obotwam ne President Mahama ka kire honde oyanyama na adom no obeye Ghana mampanyin na ontwam ma no obeye ne ye menyo ka sei Ghana fu na wo hu the free secondary education na Ghana fu ye na ye de ye nra hye no why ye President Mahama why ye ne ye yama he on fi wa ye obi bi a friend national health insurance okay better there a hospitals and also one claim no on ba won sikoy de won saka wotum wode mo hon health insurance for tu honka won tu honka into because of them zaman na nyama nkodo menyo ka sei aba asem no we sisi President Mahama na brodo we tu claims e ma sumdwe aba ho ma health insurance fi wogina won ando e ma Addo de wo ye essential medicine wode ko hospitals no kaka hu na they have enough money to pay for it into menyo ka sei in zaman sesa papa wo health insurance ho iyo no fi ha in Kano na district assembly common fund. This assembly common fund a constitution is shared there sikibia obabia yemfa 5% minimum yemfa nto ho na yemfa come assemblies na assemblies no to mfanye aduma. President Akuffo Addo na brodo. Ye hu do si wa this assembly common fund. Assemblies ne sika no nko. What is sika ne ba na wo da atena nkan ha. No wa ache sika no wankra ha. Na fom wonye sika ne binti. Wonfa ye de wonzo wo de koye aduma o de osafata. President Mahama Bay, them zamani na we trado. Sisi a this assemblies in one sikano oboko this assembly common fund. President Mahama then say be about 80% of that amount occur directly to the district assemblies. Into assemblies na ya kamwa sem sisi when you sika 80% of the sika or this assemblies in Ghana no this assembly common fund or transfer 80% directly to the assemblies. Nti minyo kasi the assemblies will be liquid. Many of us say, Bebrimpo will start to receive one sika, they will receive what the Yeduma or Safata or district assembly level to spare the friend in the local economy. If you are a budget here, media review, a local parliament. A care President Mahama can be there. Or that be about find a big push. The big push, or the better infrastructure over the next 4 to 5 years. Many wakasi. President Mahama, Akroma, budget in a year no. You the 13.8 billion cedis. You the shame. The fee you start big pushing. President Mahama what pek or your roads be brave. Oman the minister for roads. Many Kwame Abuja. Wakwa Ghana ha. We chima oman no mu babyara. The way choose roads are or the main roads are sebe was say or manimu. Ye credit sikana to what they better tackle all these roads. Roads in the or also me kadam bubwa me sure they moving in there. No, ye on we no. Ne hu de ye were roads been so wa under the previous administration NPP Akroma, NPP Addo no. What started roads in one no who's again you into roads in Bebre were abandoned. Ibina or Kaswa Kwanidi. Ibina or friend and Pokwase Amasama and Kwanidi. The Pokwase Amasama Kwano Sekeya Wakajisika fee bank your friend Afri Exim Bank 750 million. Ono you kumase Swami interchange. Sisiam Yokasi, what is Sikade, what the Babe Yokonan? A Kwano when we Sikano Asa. Yes, can I'm 700 yes. And it so I mean yes. Scanasa. Kwano so say the abotis ke bia ho kwano so the manot. Nti wa ba ye adza the President Mahama na ban ye fa ho kwan ye tum ye edwuma no de mesino se fata. Nti benyo ka sei ye tum ya pe ye dedam roads akasi. Nyo na nkotin ye bie ne nkotin. I think we picked about 11 roads or 14 roads. Or ye major in fact critical roads are abani ohia. Banda da ono start ya onyi sikada ho aibutumi aye wa kani na oda ababeka oye big push ho President Mahama ekaya time all your campaign o sende oba na so be Ghana mampanyina se project bi wo ho abanda da ono start ya mfaso wo ho na mbom wentu menwie a obafa na waye sada Ghana ni wa falina 11 of those 14 of those projects yadaka big push ho ondo echil bebre. But Yafa, Yadaka, ya package, ya innovate contracting to be a big push contract. The mayor come has 13.8 billion cedis. Afi, you best start the trade kwana or sefata debris. Nianum, me pedama kade. Answer the President Mahama or Babiono. Nebin wako abobutra your friend then teacher training allowance, nursing training allowance or butrim. Binyo kasei. January, February, March, April, May, June. Yetua teacher and nursing training college allowances in now. Yentua na continue. Yewi next beginning of this month. Them allowances now 1 second. Obenyan every single month. Busumbia also pay once abaka wansika osafata. No one's waiting that year. Waiting wait what in school no way suyanze no waiting da bababwa. Inti samobon tofa. Budget year ye debay. Oye nyimpa no ho eduma budget yenyim Ghana sebe nzama onkodo ye na ye pede ye ye mo mane no hoton anse makakrei NPP fo nam sidi na wejina no nam de offend President Mahama na ne ba Ato.F ne finance minister Ato.F wontua
yes
wontua
the government not spending
on spend na make a tron there maybe wonyim. Me take me time na me decided that me try one day no quarry you spend this car. Mbo be in trouble.
Okay.
Ye ba abanim na abani or the cow. Euro bonds or the year $700 million. Ye check out. Only nature no. Ye what $10 billion or then ka yetua ma en hona wokoto bonds. Na Akuffo Addo na brodo omohon haircut na kai. I want to mintu ya no. 10 billion cedis yetua nyana nkutio district assembly common fund yamohon sika 2.9 billion cedis the one from come assemblies na assemblies in one fenye adwuma ye yo no fi ho a ye twesika yama SNIT, Social Security and National Insurance Trust Fund, SNIT, 2.7 billion cedis. Many of us say, or what's SNIT? Or ya mean our young pensioners, ye do man say what's so senator, a buying what's our own physical masinating. Yaji, ye to yako. Ye we no so. Yama Ministry of Energy na other energy sectors no. Sika 9.1 billion cedis. A we tum wabua ma yeni nkanye we jinado. E wodan nkanye no jinado na say. Ye we ya pesika 5 billion Ghana cedis. Yadama yedetua contractors bia or the yetua honka 5 billion cedis.
Aye road contractors.
Some road contractors, road contractors when they validate nina. Some of them are validate we know yetua be 5 billion cedis. New road contractors across the country. Only nature no. Yama Get Fund, Ghana Education Trust Fund. Unkote 4.6 billion Ghana cedis. Yasansu yama 1 billion Ghana cedis yada buama free secondary education also way to Mwakodo. Yama 4.6 billion Ghana cedis yama the National Health Insurance Scheme. Sika da mo in the one fenye juma. Dem 4.6 yada mo honi. Health insurance for we use no 1.4 billion Ghana cedis with the etua claims. Or your service providers or hospitals na or the wotua honka no. Eja mamu bi kaka. Yasansu Yamesika 252 million Ghana cedis more that vaccines. Them from Wako Hospital, we were on vaccines, be on essential medicine, be na defeat from him. Would be a short work room, Ekaya. President Mahama and Addo, Yamu Sikam Wako to beat Bibria, but to wait your home cow. Nyanankutiu. Yasansu Yama 72.8 million Ghana cedis, the Wolfuntia capitation grant. Na teacher for watching from Aden. With two schools in Winyasika or Safata with Mudabua. Eja Ekea, ya want to say beer, or ye a echo rural Ghana, a sebe yamma me for papa penny for nade or be offend leap. Livelihood empowerment, yes, against poverty. Them sikan afi ye be yebu buem, Yamesika 477 million Ghana cedis, Yadamahon. The leap was it chama yan mammy for yan papa phone paying phone mrawana na communities bi wo ha ebokwana ibinum wo ha na sebe wasitinem onye yetum yama 477 million the one from boa on nature school feed no nkoten yetu sika 895 million Ghana cedis school feeding we onye free SHS deni bio e school feeding no what different primary schools in kwala school 895 million you can call it 900 million Ghana cedis. Ye wie wo ye ngina ho ekaya danse mu kakabeta ndes wo kwa kwachiro BEC ya na nkofo ba wose BEC registration fees kura wontuai nti waye kesende school adesua no kura onkodo nanse etibiwa President Mahama wetua 122.8 million Ghana cedis odama BEC for onye na nkotin ye obi be friend no fee stress school for mo famana wankasa wo kotua won sika where awofo wotua sika mo ko second universities first year no President Mahama found one scam on because of promise the Oba first year education by any free. One more 300 million Ghana cedis. 300 million Ghana cedis. Yet me at Chamon. Ion if you are nursing training allowances. Yaw yetua first 6 months 462.6 million Ghana cedis. Teacher training allowances. Yetua 191.7 million Ghana cedis. Then say some sort of assembly members so President Mahama promised the Obama allowances. Assembly members are you see here first a quarter zoko 25 million yetua 21 million Ghana cedis adama the National Apprenticeship Program baba start apprenticeship program make wakaka won ho the baba start 34.5 million Ghana cedis adama edwumawura program ono so yegudo ye ne kakra manyo kase ende da make say make assembly Nancy Metete then Odu baby crown NIB workers. No one would want to to NIB, no one yam shishon. Ekaya. What's who NIB will be good? NIB will bear them, NIB no to them. President John Mahama Nabrodo, Yedisika 2 billion Ghana cedis, Yadakosha NIB. National Investment Bank. Ma NIB Ujanando. NPP Abudo, NIB, no one yet. Hianzi NDC for Yasama Yapede Yakayede. See a bobo cow, need the save bank yepe. Yam bokaw na yemfongu obi the bank rather yɛbɔbɔ ka wode yɛ save bank so the bank in Ghana yɛn banka dem adza ye tum ya abɔbɔ de ya aboa ma workers in kokro 900 oye NIB staff across the country ya preserve with money. Depositors fund oye 6.4 billion our wusika ho ya preserve ni nam ho. Ni yetum ya kyerɛ de NIB ojira ne nando. Nteja se pede ko boy bank account ko NIB nyame ya adoma baby a ojina ho yi adza ye ni yetum ya aboa ma NIB ojira ne nando. Mini anom pede maka de nsɛm na wɔkeka ebinom ko na abandon spend abandon spend. But you see the difference in there. NPP abana or President Akuffo Addo na ban. Ono obe prefer the obe spend akesesam. Ehia so ye prefer the obe spend na Ghana for one asitinem asesa. Into them perception or what else abandon spending. The government is spending. A fee starty ibedu bebe yedui. Sikankotin ya spent from the consolidated fund. Or your 114.5 billion Ghana cedis. Sikabana spending. 114.5 billion Ghana cedis. Interest if you spent in excess of 84.2 billion Ghana cedis. Non-interest. Interest in the fund will be wabobosan origin interest. But Sika ya pump non-interest expenditure directly into the economy. 84.2 billion Ghana cedis. And pedem this ade. Na wakade yen spender abad na wapede ye kobobo sa sika ni nyukura na bobo se gum na spending anyhow wonyi me there eba na ma it will catch up on you ada eja sisi amenyo kase se waketua ye 1 million bosom ko na se nyame ya adoma na se spend 2 million the remaining 1 million o cheda kobobo sa bia ibobo sa o dey planning to pay anaboboa. Some plan to pay, time will come and share the year into Mintia no one. I think they want us the Yabobo say Gumudama. President Mahama also are prudent. Rather no, so Bobosa or the best shadza than Chibi, the Hubabam Faso, Amaganim. Into me on a pedamakade or Mampeni Mahama Namembuno Rubun, or or then Zama to 2 year or Safata. Pedamakas and Bitro. Eja, President Mahama Nabro the Yabeno. Ena oil revenue na ofi ofrene den Ghana fangwa ye yetu sikani na ba budget no mu a na wa chicha na NPP abedo na wa chene keten wodi bi kura to aeroplane air ticket na wodi to kwan wodi bi ye dem wodi bi to nyama pen na no keka ho o se no oil sikan danchi obesa nti me pede me de ye japade bi ma Ghana fo na Ghana fo danchi bi wotuma ka ho asem. The first time yedi oil se kana ye japade kese ma no ho abamfaso amayen enye John Evans Atamel Sinabrodo time John Mahama oye vice president and ye bombarding ye see oye friend and Ato.F gas processing factory mande yetumi ye iron gas and on keka onu fi won aban that down no kwenu sika no chem nketenkete President Mahama said them oil se kana na wa ka aboa no rather no or the be major highway Akroma or the bay development or safata into your investment in the young roads in Africa. When you can say, ya pay feasibility studies record the way contractors way design. You sure then to our managed budget and so you are ready. You pay the Accra Kumasi Expressway. My fitiaro Kumasa. You may adoma at the minimum achara 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But to Kumasi, you could do. Narokwa bumpo abutuma yen return journey expressway. It's long overdue. It is about time Ghana butuma link them 2 major CCTC together. So we in the NDC are committed that particular project yebe bio no da yebo hu bi onye there bibi today oye royalties oye mines so wotu gold na wotu ya royalties bi ma ban them royalties no do budget no mo NPP abedo wakofa dem sika waso wakofa bibi ofen ejapa royalties na wafa dem sika ni na wadko ekoma ejapa na wa create baby a wafen mineral income and investment fund ena sika no wodebo football by heart. John Mahama sended the man on fat rather we've gone for that money yeda babeka ho yedre development or money you too or money with too. So these are some of the things that we've put in place, and I believe there they are yielding positive results. We've already seen the economic growth non-oil GDP growth. We saw a growth of 6.8%. The last time non-oil GDP growth to 6.8% was 2018. Since 2018, Yamena Domara, Omanin Bibia Trede, economy all point into the right direction. I have always said that I would be very wrong to say that everything is okay. Everything is not okay. Rather, in Zama started ye, Anyame ya duma Bibia Butuma Kuye, Amahen. And see ya bompay, ye way you went to Manso. Ye need that when you're there. Into Hama December and Sunday, I can boldly say there. Now, Ghana, and when you hear your coming, you refuse na 2026 record. We can start pursuing investment.
Ebino kase within 7 months, 6 months, the magic banner mutumi ye ntia mo kire se o mani se kasama sesa. Ebino mo kan se artificial. Enti no mo kan hirebe wi ase no it will catch up with you. Especially dollar no said the number be asisi aba from no artificial. Ebino so ka say abanda da no foundation laid to ho no eno na momugina so edeje fancy. Sanse mienu ya no ye be na de ma.
Okay, first of all, Mapeda Makade maybe a finance minister in January, I think 24th or so, when I became the Minister of Finance. Within a month, and I yabo more than yaboa ama or year treasury bill rate wabafo. And me took office and it was going like that. So within a month, we were able to turn it around. You know, NPP for ya. That one more kind. Oh, artificial. I want money, but some crop. Oh, ye. Oh, bet to us and nature to the car of Coco the year, or bet to us and nature this year. How many months? February, March, April, May, June, July. In fact, it has even improved. It has even improved. And they said the same thing. Since I wager see the started, I appreciate also you 1 week after the following week or bet too free. What are we saying? The city is still stable. The city is still stable. Whatever you are seeing, Adibiara Ihubia de Olisiwa by no moon. Oyen shishe papa President Mahama na ban NDs aban ya tnasi ya chishe ya da tutu ye ni yehu de ye dema di betumesi. So it is not there sebe ofi baby no reba. Oyen shishe ya tnasi ya dwene ho ye nyime de nyame ya duma baby ya den zama toto no obotum wakoye ya man. Minia inflation obakode wa bafom. Sidi na ho de no begina do. Oyen nyame na duma treasury bill rate, lending rate obabafom. I can see a trajectory of woman. I can see economic growth doing well. I can see a Ghana. I mean, our Branton and Ketesi, what pay Jumaye, 1 year Jumaye, but many Jumaye. But let me say, Binum said, what kind of NPP for one foundation, I will see. So, our foundation, Papa B, what them Ghana. I've been to the foundation 8 years. One build the foundation, I'm one Casa went to one Ghana for the Botumia. Nanka went to man yet till NDC yaba beniman sani botum besise. If they can do it, if they say it is artificial, I've been to once 1 year artificial nibi. They were in office for 8 years. If it is that simple that they could do, no bitum wa boa masidi na hodze no wa befom ne so artificial. Abedin tin once went to man yebi. Abedin tin na or your foundation and went to man ye. This is the government NPP abana what the Ghana or mine Ghana what driving him into the ditch. It be a big car if you must ho in Kawama Kwana and Kamotuma train but Martin home for 8 years mean 2 man train but will be about our train. I'm in an imagination of church and don't fund them. If you could do it, why didn't you do it? That be better Ghana for your in there. We sat back as a political party. We saw NPP for one mistakes. We cautioned them. We advised them against it. They did not listen to us. Na Ghana for the opportunity, man. But because we saw what they were doing, because we knew that you catch when the one year them no way the man zama butuma asana one thing when we came to office we were able to implement it. In zama you catch when the 1 year no kawaye ya in Kagani in kudu baby we could do. Sebe Ghana amano ye na yendia. Newton heja. Me banese mama futu bia. Omfa ho sebe pawasemo me pawasemo. It is your contribution for our country. I should listen to you. Nessa mo kwana se mu de asema eja kan yo ya asem papa. Mama nko gina baby kra me nkade enye de we mfimi nkyane nti me mfa nye adwuma. Adweno yin pakroti ne tirim. So I'm here. You are interviewing me. But sir can be say in the course of the process adibiba mukwa fia odem dwomo da the man sama papa ken maybe me dey dwomo be ye without even attributing it to eja. You can do the job na krona ye amahen 8 years they couldn't do it. 8 years they couldn't do it. Abedin said the worker you know you want one foundation. Why didn't they do it? Abedin said worker or artificial. If it's artificial and that's simple they could have done it. Abedin said went to my yamahen odi baby no and our money what na mukro nye Ghana free na wa homa pa ahochere na doso. And if they had the magic abedin tell one year. So I'm saying that the right thing to do in there obiaba na sorry ya, let's give the credit to President Mahama. I can tell you for a fact that whatever we are doing yetumi ya because President Mahama himself is the one anchoring this progress. Without him we couldn't have been able to achieve what we are achieving today. And only no one con, only no one church and kakra, or the leadership that let's go this way so that the people of Ghana can have the relief I promise one day.
Obi bakasa mo sheba who will be na ebi ne say Women Development Bank some mama ya mama no musika ade aye adwuma ebi no kire say nya de o ma hye date ho nsem bi san say sika dwetire a yehia ya tibi da hye sa bank no kra no the amode buy no peanut bi nya de a susu company kra betumi ate ebi no so ka say 24-hour economy no no ye bibi a mo kan ho asem kan no be pim na nya de a mo chibi di sika boture bi ato say sika sei na emu du betumi ka say betumi 24-hour economy nti bi a hwe kwan say da ben na sa 24-hour economy no ebeba na sha say adwuma ebi a hwe say da ben na sa Women Development Bank no beba da 24 man na tumi nya so fa so mo che say mo ya ye mo say mo ya settings.
Thank you. New terms of settings. Okay, Ejal, first of all, mpeda kade abani bay busume siana fa 6 months. Watu abama hende yembamba mbua for 4 years. Guy 6 months. Afikrumpo yentray. In the 6 months, first and first, Ghana for one and here wokum. In Zaman or say governance are what to akonechu ya restore. The next 6 months will be more. Sebe answer na beto banken. Or there etenase na plan business plan in Zaman there the strategy BBA to answer na to bank. As we speak, we are working on that. The Women's Development Bank is on course. It's on course. I mean, catch me use way free. Na ma Ghana Foota as a Minister of Finance. And as a Minister of Finance, I'm aware the NDC government promised the Yebeye Women's Development Bank. I have allocated 51 million cedis, the one French set up. 51 million cedis for the setup of the bank. That is not the capital of the bank. After what set up a bank in Ewino, then you allocate the needed stated capital. I've given NIB 2 billion, isn't it? Did we promise the Bama NIB 2 billion? Yeah, promise the Bama NIB 2 billion. But when I became the minister, namu the NIB or collapsing, namu the Odenka yes save NIB long ago. I can't sit down for NIB to collapse. I can't sit down for NIB to collapse. I have to make sure I save NIB. I mean the 2 billion cedis Hashem. Yes save depositors once 6.4 billion. Ya bua manyimpa 900 and kauboton wanachen when you do mawaye. The next is the Women's Development Bank. We will set up a strong bank and we will fund the bank. Yabama banken we jina nenando. Si ye form a Women's Development Bank and we tumwa buama mbesi afuna wenye sika wodi dzigwan wenye sika wodi dzigwa. Samuel Kasi, NIB is strong. It's one of the strongest banks in this country. One of the strongest banks you can have in this country. It's primed for business. It's ready to assist. It's very liquid. We'll do same for our Women's Development Bank. And I want to tell you for a fact that as a Minister of Finance, I will lead that progress. Now, Women's Development Bank in SwėÄၤr and Addo. So that will happen. Then, Akrobiso, or the 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
On Cherry, President Mahama offered essential for stakeholders or launched the what do you call it, the 24-hour economy and accelerated export development program. In the budget, I made an announcement, and we were telling Ghanaians there, he's not saying that okutrisika kesibida to budget no for 24 hours. I say he is going to give incentives to the private sector so that private sector will lead in this 24-hour economy. And we said that the anchor of the 24-hour economy is the Volta Corridor Economic Enclave. I've also promised that in the 2026 budget, we are going to announce a menu of incentives, fiscal incentives, a menu of fiscal incentives to businesses for them to be able to develop the 24-hour enclave. In Tibepeda Makade, whatever we've said, whatever we've planned, we have 4 years to deliver. You cannot achieve all your manifesto promises in one day. No. And that is why in our manifesto we said that Yawanzama yede 120 days beye. Yawanzama yede 200 days beye. So gradually, some will be done in the first 6 months. Some will be done by the 1 year. Some will be done by 2 years. Some will be done by 3 years. So by the 4th year, Ghanaians will have an idea whether we were able to asema ye catch Ghana phone yetumi ya na de yentumi ye. And
na me tie unia sticker one of our sister stations. Na no ka say me say e be dey say 24-hour economy no mo betumi aye. The nti oka sa ne say etumi nia industries a wo mo na betumi afa adwumayefo bebre na as we speak ni shede ni industry bi ho betumi aka so afa adwumayefo be 2000 a wo mo aye adwuma no. Nti na de
you go so our Jumadie and subscribe, like Jumadie and share. If my Jumadie no and Coso 101, the Biasani or Shay no, Yami ain't shall pass or Shay na, Uma Jumadie no a year strong co. Or from you know, or twice so, and then some dodona, the Iguana man, not just any asam to a crayanko, and go say out to force and in some or kind concerning NPP during Nick Katashishe.
Samuel say, as a Samu share Emma Industries no sorry Gina. Na amanfo ehya se wo mo fa nipa bebre ansa na madwe no mpo se mo be sa 24-hour economy no. So one ne adwene.
So first of all, before industries will be ginan or the macro economy ni ginan nanda. Companies work a bank will lend about 40%. Obeden we gina and NPP. Wo jebosa be 40% na banks no wo jefu wanjen. Omana VAT were distorting. Sikasama basa wa manimu currency njina nando better than industries wejina under the NPP. So what we have done, the first 6 months, the macro stability, we are bringing it back. In fact, we brought macro stability. By the end of December, we will cement the macro stability. That will be the basis for businesses who be wanando. Then for 24 hours to take over. Inti, I think probably my brother sticker or indict no. Because Daya can once me there. Abadinti ena or friend then industries in no want to minjina. Want to minjina for a reason. Have you found out from the industries why they were struggling? They were struggling for a reason. It is not always about government money, but often or your government policies rather. Policies in rather no about companies waging wanando. It's not always about give me free money. No, you can give them so much money, but say economy no onye enabling environment and create enabling environment na businesses in wonjina. It's a money bi obugu. That's what it is. And the enabling environment is what President Mahama is creating. It's what the NDC is creating. It's what we are creating. Our economic policies are creating. And these businesses will certainly survive. I'll give you another example. We live in a country where you allow smuggling to persist. When you can see, there are companies, oil companies, edible oil, where you fry ton and zami, or whatever PD, about 4 or 5 companies, they are there. And these companies will produce oil, supply into the Ghanaian economy. You allow smuggling over the years from Togo and from other parts of the country to collapse these businesses. To collapse them, because what you're smuggling, whatever, when your tax, so one's money is cheaper than that of our those that are produced in Ghana. Into this smuggling, we collapse companies. In these companies, in import the wafer businesses or do tax or do what you are buying and want to into yet those smuggling activities will collapse the companies in now. It doesn't matter how much money you give to these companies. It doesn't matter what you do. If you don't stop the smuggling, these companies will collapse. This is the kind of environment I'm talking about. This is the kind of environment I'm talking about. And I believe that under the NDC, businesses in so that we can encourage them to operate 24 hours. Also for ourselves and also for export. And that is why we are saying that the 24-hour economy program, now we are saying the full name is 24-hour economy and accelerated export development program. So it is they produce for local economy and also be able to export it out.
On a bobe to me actually be kakra for good board on. We say I can say good board in some semono. Abanda da no for ka say wo mo hihye pa o mo ye e de to ho no. Na ma good board na tumi gina. I say wo mo policies ahodo ho no na mo mafa no masan efra no to mafoforo. Na mo to de ama Ghana fo. Good board no ni impact e economy no so no ade de wo he.
Okay, first of all, Gold Board Ekea 2020 NDC manifesto ni yedishim 2020. In fact, we were of the view that yebo win the 2020 elections at the time. Inti yenhihye na yede be no yakade yebe your Gold Board. I remember I spoke about it in one of this, even this your station. But I think that I'll check. I spoke about it here during the discussion. I was then a ranking member of the Finance Committee of Parliament. And yeah, discussing Gold Board and what Gold Board would do. And you win elections. So 2024 elections. Also as part of our manifesto, we elevated the Gold Board. And I remember I led the discussions around the Gold Board and what we will use the Gold Board to do. Simple put, Gold Board on your NPP for an initiative. Again, or you want an initiative, they were in office for 8 years. Why couldn't they do it? If it is for them, 8 years they were in office. In fact, what fear them 6 months per new. I didn't say 1 year. No, be a banana. So, no, my dream be number one. You know, what's happening before my 7 audition opoma. But the question is, so your idea, why didn't you implement it? What we've been able to do is very simple, very, very simple. The concept is simple. Over the years, we sat back and we noticed that, oh yeah, Ghana, yeah, allow smuggling too much. And the gold trade, the way gold trade in Okono, we ceded that sector to foreigners. I recall under our previous NDC administration, that is when the Gold Board idea started coming. Around 2015, 2016, the Vice President, may he so rest in peace, Pakwesi Misata, had traveled to India. And so in conference, and he gave a speech and said that, oh, Ghana exported so much gold, let's say hypothetically 10 tons of gold to India this year. Then people clapped. Then the counterpart, our India, on the Soba platform, said, no, it's not 10, it is 50. So the difference was so wide. And so we felt that what is going on here? Something is happening at the blind side of the government of Ghana. So we started digging and finding out what was really happening. 2016 thereabout. Then, when we got the facts and we noticed that smuggling look Ghana too much, it was too late, and then we left office. Then we said we will set up a gold board to mimic the structure of the Ghana Cocoa Board. And that is why we had the name Gold Board, to mimic the structure of the Cocoa Board. So that just like Cocoa Board, Obintum Koto Cocoa, and Ankasa on shipping, Gold Board will perform similar function in a similar way. So we decided to have a structure, Yawo Bibi today, aggregation system. Gold Board will be the one to license. You remember Cocoa Board, if you remember, Cocoa Board were license buying companies. Yeah. So they are the only ones that can buy cocoa and bring it to Cocoa Board for Cocoa Board to be able to ship it out. The same structure. So this time, Gold Board will license companies of aggregators. They'll go and buy the gold, give it to Gold Board, and Gold Board will be the ones to send it out, so that smuggling now will try as we speak. From January to June, Gold Board were to gold 55.1 tons of gold. In fact, last year the same time under the NPP, gold of them small scale now is about 26 tons. So it's almost 100% increase. Almost 100% increase. So all what we are doing is to use Gold Board as a vehicle to prevent smuggling, so that gold in the world to the country can benefit from it. Smuggling, no, yenya tax. Smuggling, foreign exchanging, omba. It's bibi ankodo ewo omanimu. That is all what we did. And today I've told you how come the concept was, came to being. After the vice president had traveled, he came back and said, this is what is happening. Something interesting is happening. Ghana. And we started checking. You check Dubai, you check Switzerland. You find out that something is happening. Gold is leaving Ghana. Gold is leaving Ghana. I brought official sources into me. So we noticed that smuggling is huge. For the first time, yet to me, I mop up the gold, the right gold. As we speak, gold from small scale is more than gold from large scale. Yes, first 6 months we have recorded that gold from small scale is more than large scale. So over the years, gold that way Ghana on your gold kakraba. So them gold in anka stop here. Inka yen currency will do baby odi. Inka by now inka huchere do baby away. So again, the NPP for the BB kakro no ya madrin na me nka medrin na medrin ya ba mentuma ye. Ba drin ya ntuma ya betuma ye. She went through my hatchina a kungwedu 8 years. Adrina mentuma vanya re. E obi no aba musume sia pa say oh ya me nka bepada me ye mentuma ye. Ebe eja odama semi worker.
Ya ne finance minister na di ko na viewers nso ebi no mo ehwe ye nti ebi no so e wo consensus bi o mo raise kakra nti do Adaroma se mitumi ebisa hu samu a obi se newly recruited teachers yi omo se wo mu hu na mane pa nti wo mo de no ekosen wo tumi allocate funds de ama omo se de be ya omo betumi nya financial clearance no ma shase age akatua se de so mo je no ana afa no achi wo mo a railways for so say 10 months arrears bi and also ewo ho and also Adaroma matumi hu bibia na me kan dem yesa na bo na afa ahwe nurses and midwives for nso no omo condition of services ne sa ne ma bi obisa bisa no and also nsam atisen sa ne ma bi so betumi abon tew amaye kakra Adaroma.
Okay, thank you very much. Railway workers, as some know what about menyim no crowd or Akroma. I've met with the Minister for Railways. I've met with the Railway Ghana GRDA and the group, and at the meeting we have a roadmap to resolve this issue. It keeps okay. No, they are resolving once and for all. I'm sure in the coming days the Minister for Railway will make some announcements how we resolve issues, and I don't want to use the Minister for Railway, the sector minister, so he will just to alert them that something is happening and that the minister will deal with it. The teacher and nursing training, I know the previous administration in the last quarter will issue financial clearance among. So financial clearance will issue those that they issued, and I think they are being processed. So the Minister for Ghana Education Service and the Minister for Education will certainly deal with it. The condition of service for nurses and midwives, and so Minister for Health is dealing with it, and as soon as it's done, we will announce to the people of Ghana.
What them say? You so oko baby. Ni so. Now so my main for we energy sector no how hopa. When your ghost names be on me ahudu bi, then am we dey afa ho. Na for energy sector no sika enwunu wo ho no. Let me say we dwene ho a won te ase. Enti ho no then am we tew. Say sika for instance Auditor General report ya babo nti sika twitwiri die a energy sector ho nko a no. I can assure you that I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to work with the Minister for Energy, and together we'll pay attention. The infractions are young from the sector is worth looking at it. And so, as I said, so coming here and even raising it is a matter of concern. I will assure you that we'll do something about it. Documents are there enemy BB on where the far oil sector no special oil market oil international companies to oil Ghana ha no do baby on corporate tax this year and who some be the previous administration about $3 billion. Can say some of them are there and some additional oil entitlement be in I can say to me council no ding in says getting in answer and IMF up $3 billion Ghana cedis what dollars inti I don't know mobile there for home be assured I know these issues well. I know about the additional oil entitlement issue. I know about corporate tax issues. Some of them we are at arbitration. We are discussing. We've made some headways. Even last week, myself and the Attorney General met together with authorities from officials from the ministry, the GRA, Ghana Revenue Authority. Yes, yeah, from Hadrian. Companies in we are arriving at a settlement. Into that settlement, and you'll be communicating soon, as soon as the settlement is done. But we will do it in the best interest of the people of Ghana. I'll be very grateful. And thank you very much. So to conclude, I think that we inherited a very sorry state of economy, and we decided that instead of the lamentations, that the BBI lamented them. They are portion blame without doing anything about it and onboard Ghana. And see what we will do in there. We will work hard to fix it. President Mahama promised the people of Ghana that he will fix it. In fact, you can all see the Onchari has been 6 months plus. In fact, today is 200 days exactly the day he took office. We believe that we're on the right path. We believe that whatever we are doing will be sustained. And see, me pedamama Ghana fota today. When a bit more kado na you see the appreciation will not be sustained. Be assured it will be sustained. Someone is saying, oh, the way our treasury bill rate no Akuffo will not be sustained. Be assured it will be sustained. Nyaman prices no Akuffo it will not be sustained. Be assured it will be sustained. I want the Ghanaian traders and so waters who the waters in there. Abana enough Government of Ghana, why enough we have worked so hard to reverse the decline. Embrace the wild so at tonades and also by Wafemizi. Saban oye bibi no ya dema ekade abanen nori yentima in zamanobo akosoro. Sisi abana ye neneze. Woso ya wodina Ghana yina komantoni. Because abana abano ya me na wo. Nti abana ye na from the President Mahama Naban, we've done what we are supposed to do. And we are still working hard. Into surprises, you know, embrace do befuma. Please pass it on. Pass it on. Na Ghana yinu so na komantoni yem. Na together ni yen hold the young country.
said the Ghana group and here na yawo Ghana yawo ze oyem so mede the maame mo believe the motu ma aboa ma yaye ne ye no wo so wodze no wo so ye na foboa ne here na Ghana onye ye ma here na ne entre ye manem only pede me ka che Ghana fo
Honorable, within a bit of kind of case, a bit of kind of case, a bit of kind of you can say.
With that say, but you're from Cassia Ato.F. But don't worry, you can call me Ato.
Ato.F. And I need a call, baby. But for Fudiaka Saka say, that's some quick on about the pay. That's it.
Thank you.
It's say Ato is really forcing power, and Ato should continue forcing. I do about 2 years, or for someone to make with him. You better was in the woman. In himself, bring this idea. Now, so Kakra will near Chi, in himself, Pemono. Oversam baby, now you have to come with you. So
I'll keep coming.
Imagine a run my name with the piece. I'm a production team and name.
Thank you.
And I said that I'm on a Ghana for you. Imagine my name. I was in himself, send me bronc can see a year. And so I bring him to be the best baby. And the Uncle Fajin and what Roma. What you meant to Ghana for him when him said the Amacano with your seer. I bear your
yo guswa hwe dwumadie no de my dwumadie no ekusu ekoso na ahaya na de dwumadie no ebesi de amamo nsam de se ne de bia meka na woni vi intimacy regibre na tie fa my subscribe and subscribe like dwumadie no share na ma afoforo enso ensa inkabi kindly click on the notification bell no so se na be de news bia to platform no so a won so wo hunu de eko ene de ba dwumadie no ye de besia makra